Om Shanti. So our today's topic is overcoming anger. Baba wants to make us completely viceless. So the Supreme Teacher himself is giving us homework. Last time he asked us to become victorious over anger for 15 days. And this time, can anyone tell for how long Baba said? Yes, 3 months. So for last time we gave our result to Baba. And this time, who think that we overcome our anger completely? Not even 50%, less than 50%. But still, the number is good. So definitely, because we have to do Baba's homework, we promised Baba that we will completely victorious over it. So we need to understand about anger, the causes of anger and how to overcome them according to Baba's knowledge. So here I am showing you it through slideshow. When we understand anger, we know that anger is the emotion which is omnipresent. Means everyone in the world. If we leave the Brahmins, because Brahmins they make effort to overcome their anger, but otherwise all men, women, children, caste, community, country, religion, culture, politics, professions, all people they get angry. And when we see the newspaper or when we listen news in radio or when we see television or internet, no day will pass without the impact of anger, either in the form of fight, quarrel, violence or even up to murder. So when we get angry, actually there is a great loss. The first loss as Brahmin we experience is that because it is between two people and it is visible. Many times Baba says other vices are not visible, but anger is visible. It defames father's name. Your family members or your colleagues can say that you go to Brahma Kumaris every day. What do you learn there? You are getting angry. So it's defaming the father's name. And second loss is that because we get angry, it's a sinful action. So we experience 100-fold punishment because of that. So there is less accumulation of marks for the future. And what is anger? According to psychology, anger is temporary insanity. Like an insane person doesn't know what he's saying, to whom he's saying, whether the thing should be said or not. Whatever he says is without understanding. So when we get angry, our condition of mind is the same. We lose our wisdom. And whatever words emerge through mouth at that time, they hurt others. And there is a saying that wound caused by sword can be healed, but a wound caused by words, when we get angry, it cannot be healed. Sometimes its effects last for lifelong. Why? We never speak such words in normal state of mind. We always speak such words when we get angry. And if it affects our relationships, love get destroyed, and there is a distance created between them. So it's like a temporary insanity. Anger is self-paralyzing emotion. A person who is angry cannot help himself because it's out of control. Anger is like an acid which harms the vessel more than on whom it is poured. It's like an acid, no? When acid is poured in a vessel, so it destroys the vessel itself. So it causes more harm to the person than the other person on whom we are getting angry. It prevents you from solving problems. It never solves your problems. Actually, it increases your problems. Through anger, problems are never get solved. And a person who gets angry is poor role model for others. It cannot be a good role model for others. And anger is like an infectious disease. It can make other people angry too. Infectious disease, no? When we heard about swine flu spreading, means it spreads when two people come in contact, or when a healthy person come in contact with a diseased person. So in the same way, when a peaceful person even come in the contact with an angry person, it is transferred, and both start getting angry. There are many forms of anger, we all know, no? This subtle form of anger, it's like irritation, jealousy, hatred. And when it is out of control, then what do? You can see in picture. Usually we throw things, we shout at others, sometimes even we hit, or we hit others, and if it is reached to its extreme, then killing even. So how do we present our anger? We present our anger in three ways. Most common way is aggressive way. Aggressive way means like when we express our feelings in the way that we shout loudly, or we speak loudly, or we throw the things. Brahmins actually don't express their anger in this way. We have some control over us, because every day we learn, we must control these type of feelings. So really we reduce our level of anger, and it doesn't expressed in this way. Mostly it is expressed in a subtle way. We show it through our eyes, or we show it through our body language, or we show it through our actions and behavior towards others. So Brahmins express in this way, the more subtle way. So we have to overcome all the forms of anger, whether it is direct aggressive form. Sometimes even aggression also appears in Brahmin. If the situation becomes out of control, then we also start shouting, but rarely. It's not in a common way. And second way is assertive way. We express our feelings, but in a controlled manner, in controlled words. And third is suppression. We don't say anything, and we just keep those feelings inside. And it creates lot of waste thoughts and negative thoughts. We are not able to tolerate that. That's why that disturbs our state of mind, that disturbs our stage of knowledge. So all the three forms of anger, aggressive way and suppressing, they are harmful, and assertive way is the right way to express anger. When we are in aggression, it has harmful effects on our body because it releases certain chemicals. I'll show you in later slides. And when we suppress this too, again it harms our body in a different way. It leads to some psychological problems. It can cause depression, it can cause low self-esteem, inferiority complex, maybe neurotic and psychiatric problems. Even cancer can occur when we keep suppressing our anger all the time. And why do we suppress it? Usually when we are in front of such a person who is senior to us or who is respected or the one who can create harm to our future. So we just keep quiet because we don't want to we don't want to suffer harm for the future, so we just keep quiet at that time. But again, because we are not able to tolerate it, we just go into negative feelings. So there is difference between aggressive people and assertive people. Aggressive people, they speak loudly and in a bossy way. And the assertive people, they speak firmly and direct. Aggressive people, they don't care about the feelings of others and like to get even. They don't care about the others. They just think about themselves. Their work should get done. And assertive people, they don't blame others but take full responsibility for their own feelings. Aggressive people, they react instantly. Aggression is because of reaction. We don't think about present and future, we just react. So it's just without understanding anything, reaction comes. And assertive people, they express their needs and feelings calmly and easily. Aggressive people, they believe that winning is everything. So they are more selfish. They are worried about their own winning, their own benefit. They do not think about the benefit of others. So assertive people, they respect others' right and expect the same from others. We all know how do we feel when we get angry. And because anger is a form of tension, on 28th Feb, Baba's Avyakt Murli, Baba also spoke these words that anger creates tension. So tension means disturbances in harmony of our system of hormones. Especially sympathetic and parasympathetic system get imbalanced. It releases adrenaline and noradrenaline, and they are stimulants. Because of that, our BP shoots up at the time. Coronary blood vessels of the heart, they go in a spasm because of adrenaline, and if they are already blocked, either 60% or 70%, so because of that spasm, there is less supply to the heart, less supply of oxygen to the heart, and it can cause angina and heart attack. And the pumping capacity of the heart decreases 3 times than a normal person when we get angry. So the effect mostly come on the heart. It increases the heart rate, it increases the blood pressure, it can cause even angina. It affects our brain too. In brain, the blood vessels, they are very thin. And again, when they get constricted or when they go in spasm, the brain cells, they receive less oxygen, and because of that, it affects our concentration power, decision power, memorizing power. And these micro blood vessels, they are tiny, and if the age is above 60, and if they are not flexible, they are hardened, then they can rupture and it can cause bleeding, and that hemorrhage can lead to paralysis. When we are angry, then tension increases in more than 80 muscles, which can cause headache and backache. It affects our immune system. Our immune system, it protects us against infectious diseases because it fights to bacteria. But when the immune system is low, then because of release of this steroid hormones, we can have infections from the environment. And in GIT, it causes ulcerative colitis. And what are the mental effects due to anger? We all are experienced of these things. Peacelessness. After anger, we are always peaceless. We feel depressed, tension and worry. There is negative mindset and irritability, feelings of revenge and hatred, inferiority complex, lack of concentration power, lack of judgment power, this inappropriate behavior sometimes means crying, yelling, grinding teeth during sleep. And what are the effects of anger? It creates problems at workplace. Because when there is conflict between colleagues because of anger, there is non-cooperative environment. And it's difficult to work in a team. So that's why there are problems. And distancing, a person who is of aggressive nature, other people think to maintain distance from that person because they are afraid anytime this person can get angry and insult him. That's why they try to remain away from that person. So it creates distancing, affects quality of life. Where there is anger, there's no peace, happiness and prosperity in life. It destroys all the peace and happiness. And it creates lot of enemy. Stubbornness. It brings stubbornness in the behavior. And what are the social effects of anger? All the violence and antisocial activities like kidnapping, looting, stealing and threatening is because of anger in the society. Wars, terrorism at national and international level, it's because of anger, because the root is anger. Strikes and illegal activities like violation of government laws and human values, it's anger against management or government. People take it out in this way. Then what are the causes of anger? I think you will also share with me. We all know the causes of anger, and to overcome that, we really need to know them. So what are the causes of anger? What is the most common cause of anger? Can anyone share? Yes? Fear. Fear is the cause of anger. Most common cause. Yeah? Unsatisfaction. Okay. In? Defamation, insult. Yes. Jealousy. Lack of self-respect. Yes. Disobey. The most common cause is that when someone doesn't act according to my desire, then I get angry. So these are the few common causes in day-to-day life which we experience. Someone borrows your things without your knowledge. Someone takes your thing without your permission. And then how do we feel? Definitely, anger emerges. People make jokes about you or insult you. a person criticizes or blames you in front of your friends, you have been pointed out for something you didn't do. If it is not your mistake, but still you are accused for that, then we feel angry. Dumping responsibilities by superiors. Now already we are overworked and again more work is given. Someone spoils your work and belongings. When the bus and train is late, you reach to bus stand or station and you find that bus or train is late. Being given wrong directions. Traffic congestion. When you are trapped in traffic. Your friends go off without you. Forms of anger. There are 4 forms of anger we experience. One is line in water. When we say line in water, it doesn't stay. It comes and goes. So many times our anger is like this. When we have good wishes for the person whom we getting angry, then it doesn't stay. No, it's just for a moments. Like mother, when say something to the child, because mother has always good wishes for the child. So if she tries to explain and child is not understanding, then she gets angry for a while and then again she loves the child. So this is like line in water, which doesn't last longer. And second form of anger is line in sand. Line in sand stays for hours. So when in relations, in close relations, we get angry on some matter, then it lasts for hours. We are annoyed with each other, we don't speak, we keep distance. But because we have to live together, so either one of them accept the mistake and then start again speaking. And then we forget everything, what happened in the past, and life becomes normal again. So this is like line in sand. And third type of anger is line in clay. Line in clay, it lasts for few days. So when we get angry with our distant relations, then it continues for days because we do not meet them every day. So when we meet them on some occasion and when we clear up our misunderstanding, then only that anger goes off. So that's why it continues for days. Line on rock is, it's, what would you say? Permanent. It cannot be removed. So some people have such grudge about others in their mind that it continues for lifelong. It doesn't disappear. Whenever they see that person, they always get the same feelings. And sometimes it continues to generations even. It doesn't stop to one generation, but they transfer it to their next generation, that such and such person we have this type of relationship. So this is called line on rock. So if we want to overcome anger, we understood the causes. So if we solve the causes with the knowledge, then it's easy for us to victorious over it. So most common cause is when others don't behave or act according to our desire. Baba has given us so many points about this. When someone is not following my dictates, then what should I think? We know this is world drama and every soul has its own part. And no two souls have the similar part. So though two souls cannot have the similar thinking, cannot have the similar personality, all have different sanskars. So therefore, they will always not follow my desires. They will not always act according to my wish. I need to understand this fact of life. If I see myself, do I always agree with the desires of others? Huh? Will I follow always others? Will I like to follow? No. So when I always don't want to follow others, then why should they will always follow me others? I need to understand this fact. So when they are not agree with you, then try to understand their perspective. What do they think? Maybe their thinking is right. Sometimes we are wrong and they are right. But we always think I am right. What I am saying is right. So when someone is not acting according to you, then try to understand that person, try to listen to them. And when we always, agree to listen to them, there is no feeling of anger. And because our mindset is of solution, it's not of problem. So use this Baba's knowledge point that we are all different souls and we all are unique. We have our own paths, we have our own karmas. So when someone is not following me, means I need to try to understand that soul. And if I have to accept, then accept them. Sometimes they are wrong, but still we need to accept them because they are with us, and if we get angry, it's loss on our part. So we just accept them. Whosoever they are, whatever they are, it's okay. So we accept their behavior. And the second most common cause of anger is controlling others. Those people who are in administrative jobs or those who have to get work done from others, they feel that if they don't get angry, people will not work efficiently. To get work done, it's necessary to have some anger, like to have some that I'm not getting the right word for it. So we feel it justified. This anger is justified. But again, this is an illusion actually. Why it is an illusion? When we get angry on others, sometimes they really don't speak. They keep quiet because you are officer and you are in administrative level. So they feel that if they speak in front of you, it will be harmful for them. So they keep quiet, but it changes their feeling towards you. Anger means negative feelings. They lose respect for you, they lose love for you. And because of negative thoughts, whatever you have told them in anger, that is not good. Whatever we speak in anger is always in negative way. So they accept it and they think over it, and when they go for work in negative state of mind, what would be their efficiency of work? Definitely it affects their efficiency. They will not work with heart, they will just work with labor. They will just work as their duty, and they have to finish their duty and they will go. So ultimately in future it is loss for us. We think because of anger the work is being done, but actually it's not in real sense being done. It's real loss for the future. And the people who are holding feelings of revenge for you, whenever they get opportunity in the future, what happens? They create problems for us. And sometimes in household, to control children, mothers think, if I don't get angry on my child, they will not follow the discipline. They will not study. What do you think? Is this true or not? Without anger, will children follow you or not? Which is greater, the power of love or power of anger? What do you say? we are Baba's children, so we know that power of love is greater than power of anger. So again here in this, it is the illusion that with anger only the children will study. Actually, we need to give them time. Give the children time to make them realize why study is good for them and why it is good for their future. Become their friends. And when you listen them, what are their problems, why they are not able to do what you want them to do, then they will really transform them. And if we just get angry without listening to them, sometimes we are so busy, we don't have time for children, and we just say what we want to say, and we just say it in anger. And if you do like this, then it really make them stubborn. It doesn't solve our problem, and sometimes even they become more worse. What we expect from them. And third cause, when injustice is observed. When someone is not impartial, when there is injustice, how do we feel? So if there is injustice and we get angry on the person, then it doesn't solve our problem. Actually, if there is injustice, try to talk about that. And sometimes with that discussion, our injustice is solved. But even if after talking about it, it is not solved, then take it as your karma. Because we are here settling all the accounts, Baba says. So sometimes because of settling of accounts, we experience injustice in our life. So just feel free that it's settling your account. Don't take it seriously. But with anger, it's really not get solved. When someone lies, and especially near and dear ones whom you believe so much, on whom you have deep faith that they will never deceive you, but still they lie to you and they deceive you, then really we get these feelings of anger. Again, when someone is lying, especially when children, they lie to you, many times we only are responsible to speak them, to speak lie. Why we are responsible? Because they are afraid of our anger. They know if they speak truth, then we will get angry. So they want to save themselves from our anger and they don't speak the truth. So here we need to think, we need to ask ourselves, am I responsible for the lie they are saying? And if it is not, then try to explain them. If they lie, then no one will have faith on them in the future. What are the losses they experience in future because of this nature of lying? And even if they don't understand, then what Baba says, if someone is lying and I am getting angry, he is doing the wrong. And again, I am also doing the wrong. If I am getting angry, am I right or wrong? What do you say? Wrong. So both are failed then. No? So this is not our destination. We want to become victorious. So even if someone is lying and we tried our best for that, still the person keeps doing the same behavior, just leave them. Whatever they do, they suffer for that. I need not to get angry. Then dissatisfaction. I think one of you also spoke about this reason. When we are not contented in our life. Why we are not content? Because we keep comparing ourselves with others. Baba says that he has given us all the treasures, all the attainments. What else we need in our life? When we achieved God, everything merged in him. So when we achieved God means we have got everything. This is not about the limited attainments. Actually, this is about the unlimited attainments we are getting on the confluence age. So when we go on limited achievements, when we think about the things, of our life, or when we think about the name, fame, or when we think about having some worldly things, desires, so then this dissatisfaction comes. But here again we need to understand no two person are the same. Everyone have their own karma, their own fortune, their own effort. So see yourself, what specialty Baba has given to you. So just work on that, and using that specialty, we will keep on increasing. Baba says if you use your one specialty, then other specialties will automatically come and you will become complete. So every Brahmin has got some or other specialty. So see your specialty, don't see others. See yourself, and according to your specialty, you move forward and you make progress, and Baba will help you, because when there is a step of courage, then Baba comes 1,000 steps for us. So we will also get that satisfaction out of that. When we are overworked, because overwork means tiredness, and tiredness means if someone says even a small thing at that time, we get irritation. So that leads to anger. So that time we need to explain ourselves, we need to talk to ourselves that I am overworked, I am tired, and even if someone says me something at this time, I will keep quiet, I will remain peaceful, I will not get angry. Sick people, those who are sick because they are physically weak, their tolerance is very low, they are not able to tolerate even simple words. So we need to understand them, and when we are coming into behavior with them, we need to keep patience. So especially the old people, no? If they are at our home and they always have some or other disease, so their tolerance level is very low, we need to understand them when we come into behavior with them. And when we are criticized by others, when someone defames me, then that person is enemy for me, usually. But what Baba says? Baba says the one who criticizes you is your friend. So how a critic is friend for me? How can a critic be friend for me? Yes? Discover my mistakes. Because it's human nature. Sometimes we do not see our mistakes. It's the other person who brings that into our notice. So if I accept that, if that mistake is within me, if someone is criticizing me because of my some weakness, and if I accept it is there, because we have to become complete. We are all on the effort of becoming complete. So if I accept and if I make effort to remove it, it leads to progress. And that's why that person is my friend. But sometimes they actually magnify it. It's not up to that extent. It's only in a minor way, 1%, 2%, and the one who criticizes me, it makes it 50% or 100%. You always do it like this. Actually, we always don't do it, sometimes because of carelessness or because of some situation, we have done it. But if it comes in this way and you find it's not really your weakness, it's not your mistake, and you are unnecessarily sad about it, and they are just pulling your legs, or they have some jealousy for you. Sometimes their motive is not good. So some people unnecessarily create problems. They speak wrong things. So that time we need to realize it and So if you feel like that someone is unnecessarily doing it for you, then don't accept it. Someone has said no one can harm you without your permission, or no one can hurt you without your permission. And Baba also says, don't give sorrow and don't take sorrow too. If I am not giving sorrow, then I should not take sorrow even. So if I am accepting those words which are not true for me, then it means I am giving myself sorrow, I am feeling it. So don't take that in. In history, our dadis tell one time a sister came to Mama and she spoke about a sister. She said that sister spoke abusive words, bad words to me, Mama. So Mama said, okay, she spoke bad words to you, but where it influenced you? So she started thinking for a while and then she said, it influenced my mind. She said, okay, but where did it go to mind? From where did it go to mind? So she said, it went through ears. Then Mama said, why didn't you close your ears? And she was saying you, then why didn't you close your ears? When storm comes, what do? You just close your doors and windows so that the storm cannot harm your house. So when you was finding that the storm of word is coming to you, then why didn't you close your windows of ears? Why did you accepted them? So same is true for us, that when someone says such words which are not true for us, then don't accept them. Because it's not there for you, then why to take it and feel sorrow about it and get angry. And sometimes it's very difficult to understand the cause and think about the solution or think about the Baba's Murli points, what Baba has said about it. And before that we get angry because it's just reaction. I told you aggression means reaction. Without thinking anything, we just say and then afterwards it comes to our mind, oh, it was wrong, I should not have done this, I should not have said this. And then we repent for it. So what should we do at that time? So the solution is just postpone it. That time don't think anything, just postpone it. Just think that I'll say these things to this person, but after some time. Maybe if it is for one day, best. But if you feel one day is longer time and you don't have this much patience in you, then at least for 1 hour. And even if 1 hour you feel longer, then at least for 1 minute. But postpone it for some time. So when we postpone our anger, what happens? 2 things takes place. Within that gap, we come to understand many times that it's not the mistake of other person, it's my mistake. Or not all of the mistake of other person, some mistake I have also done. So after understanding this, we just postpone it permanently. Because when it is the mistake on the both parts, then no need to get angry. And second thing happens, that by that time our aggression comes down. And if we say, or if we find that other person is wrong, and we need to tell him, if we won't tell him, then he will continue to do the mistake in the future too. So then whatever we say, that time we say it peacefully, in good words, with good wishes. So when you say something with good wishes, peacefully, then it is more accepted. When you say something in anger, then it's an infectious disease. No, we have already said. It creates anger in the other person, and even if the person is wrong, they don't accept it. They try to prove it. Oh no, I am not wrong. But when we say it peacefully, then acceptance level goes up and they try to change themselves. So that gives the solution. I would like to tell you an Indian story, how the postponement of anger helps. Once there were husband and wife, and they used to fight every day. Small things they used to fight. So the wife, he used to experience very peaceless, because there was peacelessness in the house. One day, her neighbor came to her and she said that one Guruji is coming to our this society. So will you come with me to listen to him? She said, okay. I would like to come because I want to experience some peace. So she joined her and they went to listen to that Guruji, and when she heard him, really, she felt good. So after finishing, she thought, why not I share my problem to him? He may give me some solution. So she went to him and asked him, this is my problem, that every day we husband and wife, we fight. Can you do something for it? So he said, okay, I can, but if you promise, then only I will give you a solution, that you will do it. She said, I promise, because I want peace in my house. So then he asked one of the disciples to bring one bottle of water. And giving that bottle to her, he said, whenever your husband gets angry, drink some water, means put some water in your mouth. No, not drinking, but put some water in your mouth. So she understood what will happen when she will keep some water in her mouth. She won't be able to speak, and it was really difficult for her, but because she promised him that whatever he would say, that she will follow, so she just accepted and she went home. And what happened? When the husband got angry on something, she put some water in her mouth, and she was not saying anything because water was there. She was not able to speak. And this husband was really, he got surprised. What's happening to her? Why she's not saying anything? Every day she speaks equal to me. So he spoke even more loudly and he shouted more and more so that she will speak something. But she didn't say anything because water was there in the mouth and she could not speak. And second time, again, when he was shouting, she put some water in her mouth and she was not speaking. And he started thinking, oh, she has changed herself. She's not saying really anything. If she is learning, then I should also, I should also realize I should not get angry on small things. And so its realization starts coming to him. And third time, fourth time, fifth time, she just kept quiet, and this husband's realization got increased and he also stopped getting angry. Earlier he used to get on things. So after a few days, there was total peace in the house. No one was shouting on each other. And she was really very happy, and she went again to the Guruji to thank him. And she said, Guruji, really, I don't know how I should thank you, because you really made my house heaven. It was hell earlier, but now you really made it heaven. But the bottle you gave to me, the water you gave to me, it's finished. So what should I do now? So he said it was not very special water, it was just normal drinking water, and it was just to postpone your anger for some time. Because you didn't speak at that time, it just solved your problem. So continue to do the same. Now you have learned it, so continue to do the same in the future and your house will remain heaven. So if we postpone it, using any method, she used that water method, but Baba has given us so many methods. We can postpone our anger. We can say Om Shanti. Om Shanti. You say Om Shanti 20 times in your mind. Om Shanti means I am a peaceful soul. I am a child of ocean of peace. My abode is land of peace. So when I remind myself of my peaceful nature, then definitely, my state of mind will change. It will postpone and it will change my state of mind. So the methods Baba has given to us, if you, by using those methods, postpone it for some time, and it will really help in solving the things. Then second is awareness. When we are aware of the losses it causes in our life, as soon as you start getting the feeling of anger, just bring the loss. What loss it can cause to you. So when we are aware, as doctor says to the patient, you have heart disease, or you have high blood pressure, or you have sugar, so you should be able to cut down these things. Then when the patient is aware that he should not eat sweets, or he should not eat more salt, or he should not smoke, he should not drink alcohol, then they try to stop it, because they know it will really worsen their disease. So when we come to know that anger is that much harmful, then we really try to stop it, or we try to control it. So awareness about it. Observe silence or leave that place immediately with silence. If you are in front of a person who is getting angry on you, if you can remain silent, stay. And if you cannot, then just leave that place immediately. Don't stay in front of that person. Then enhancing tolerance, patience, peace, happiness, love and mercy. These are antidote to anger. Antidote to anger means they are opposite virtues. When we are tolerant, when we are patient, when we are peaceful, when we are happy, we don't get angry. Actually, it eliminates our anger totally. We don't get that feeling from inside. And in history, when we listen about the great people of the world, like Christ, Socrates, and Mahatma Buddha, Mahatma Gandhi, Mother Teresa, there are so many great people they occurred, and they were really total merciful for the human society or human beings. They had so much deep love for them, and whenever a situation of anger arose, they easily tolerated it, and they could forgive and forget. When Christ was hanged on the cross, what did he say? Forgive them. Why didn't he say, oh God, punish them? They are doing such a bad behavior to me, whole life, I really served them, and what they are doing to me. Did he say that? No, what did he say? Forgive them. He knew that they are ignorant, they don't know what they are doing. So when someone is getting angry, what should we think? At that time they are ignorant. Even if they are Brahmins, for that time period, they are ignorant. They are not really knowledgeful. If they would have been knowledgeful, then they would not get angry. So just forgive them for that thing, what they are doing, and increase your these virtues. And Baba has given us so many ways how can we improve our tolerance, patience, peace and happiness. So when we are full of these virtues, anger will not come at all in our life. Then accept your mistake or weakness and understand others' feelings. If I have done some mistake, sometimes because of ego, it's very difficult to accept. Now, Baba also spoke on 28th Murli, I and mine. Where there is I, means there is ego, then anger comes. So, I means which type of I should use for me. No, I am a peaceful soul. I am a holy soul. I am a deity soul. Remember that elevated image. Don't remember your egoistic image. No, this body conscious image. So whenever there is some mistake, and if I am soul conscious, then it's easy to accept it. Then reprogramming of the mind. Because anger is in sanskar, it's a vice. So it's not easy to change. We need to work over it. Like we program our computer. When we program something, the same output it gives. Mind is like a computer. And we can reprogram our mind for the causes and solution of anger. So it's best done after meditation. You do powerful meditation, you do powerful yoga, and after having yoga, because our subconscious mind is open at that time, and whatever suggestions we give to our subconscious mind, it accepts. So then try to check yourself. What's the cause of your anger? Why you get angry often? If someone doesn't behave according to you, if someone doesn't act according to you, or if someone lies, or someone deceives you, someone insults you, find your cause. And then feed the solution of that in your mind. Even if someone doesn't act according to my desire, doesn't matter. I accept everyone as they are. I try to understand their perspective. I know this is variety drama, all are variety people with variety sanskar. So feed the solution in your mind and remind yourself again and again. Whenever you do meditation, after completing your meditation, just feed that solution in your mind. And when the situation will arise in the future, the same feeding will come out. Immediately you will be reminded of that and you will not get angry. Sometimes we may fail, like once, twice, thrice, even if we have fed it in our mind, but still we fail. But intensity will decrease because that will definitely emerge at that time. That statement will definitely come to your memory, and then you again, when you remind yourself, it will become firm and firm. And after a few times, maybe 8 times, 10 times, you will find that now it is working. And you have overcome your anger on the same situation where it was difficult for you earlier. So reprogramming. Because it's a sanskar, so we need to work over it for some time. And after some times, we find that we are able to victorious over it. Selfless service. When we are selfish, actually, when our expectations are not fulfilled, then there are more chances of anger. But when we are of giving nature, Baba always says, become a bestower. So when we try to benefit others, when we always have good wishes for others, when we are of giving attitude, then anger is suppressed and anger doesn't arise. Selfishness makes you more angry. And sometimes we really need to suppress our anger. We are in front of such a people or in such a situation, really it's that time it's harmful to get angry. Then if we have suppressed it, the solution is take it out. And there are few methods to take it out. Express it by writing it down. Write a letter to Baba, and whatever you have feelings about that person or that situation, just bring it out and give it to Baba, or maybe you can throw it in dustbin if you don't feel it safe to keep it with you. But write it down and express it. So then it doesn't have harmful effects on your mind and body. Or either do some physical work. Go out for walk, do exercise. Maybe you can play something, badminton or football, whichever play you play, because it increases your blood circulation and it increases endorphins and enkephalins in our body. They are antidote to stressful hormones, adrenaline and acetylcholine, and it neutralizes their harmful effect. So if I have suppressed it and already these chemicals are built up, then if I do some physical activity, it neutralizes it. Fruits have antioxidants, and these antioxidants are also antidote to these toxins which are built up because of anger. This press your chin it's like a acupressure point. When we press it here, actually we say it to Lokik people, when we do it for Lokik people. So pressing the chin means it relaxes the jaw, and when the jaw is relaxed, then you cannot speak loudly. So you are not speaking loudly means no anger. Remember some slogans. Now, cold iron will bend or cut the hot road. So there is power in coolness. So be cool. Believe that everyone can control anger and go on believing it. Believing is achieving. So when you believe, that Baba says, have faith. When you have faith, then you can become victorious. So always have faith in yourself that I can always control my anger, I can always overcome my anger. And know your anger score. And this is the last slide for you. Go through these questions and see which is true for you. If you get 9 marks, you are a peaceful soul and you need not to work on yourself. You have already achieved your target. You have become victorious. But if you are getting 36 marks, I think Brahmins will not get this. But if it is sometimes, like if it falls in that category of sometimes, then again we need to work on ourselves. So just see your anger score, how many marks you get. It's done. So I think after 3 months, we will all be anger-free. Baba said that Brahma Kumaris, they teach how to become pure. They talk a lot about purity, but they should also say that they make us anger-free too. So if we will become anger-free, then we can make others anger-free too. So all the best for the best results for 3 months. Om Shanti.